In the high-stakes arena of Hollywood divorces, where fortunes clash and emotions run hotter than tabloid headlines, Ryan Murphy's latest series All's Fair arrives like a glittering grenade, exploding myths about the legal battles of the elite. Starring Kim Kardashian as Allura Grant, a powerhouse divorce attorney at a women-led firm, alongside Naomi Watts as Liberty Ronson and Niecy Nash as Emerald Green, the show blends soapy drama with sharp satire on marital dissolution. But beneath the private jets, auction house bids, and veiled gowns lies a question: how much of this opulent chaos mirrors reality? Enter Laura Wasser, the real-life legal titan who inspired Kardashian's character and has represented A-listers like Angelina Jolie, Ryan Reynolds, and Heidi Klum. In a candid conversation, Wasser peels back the curtain, blending humor, hard truths, and pro bono wisdom to dissect the show's blend of fantasy and fact. Wasser, a managing partner at the storied Wasser Cooperman and Mandels firm, founded by her father Dennis, brings over 30 years of courtroom grit to the table. She's seen it all: prenup negotiations that span continents, custody wars that make headlines, and settlements that rewrite family trees. Her verdict on All's Fair? Take it with a grain of salt. You take television in general, but certainly you take Ryan Murphy and Kim Kardashian with a grain of salt in terms of defining reality, she quips. It's entertainment. That's why we watch TV and why we go to the movies, to be entertained. This disclaimer sets the tone, acknowledging Murphy's flair for heightened stakes. Think American Horror Story meets Legally Blonde, and Kardashian's reality TV roots, where drama is currency. Consider the firm's lavish trappings. Allura, Liberty, and Emerald, portrayed as 20-year veterans, jet to New York for Sotheby's auctions, dropping hundreds of thousands on jewelry like it's lunch money. Wasser laughs this off. I'm a 30-year-plus lawyer at this point, and I will go on record as saying I do not have a plane. I have never flown to New York or even stayed locally and bid on a multi-$100,000 piece at a Sotheby's or Christie's auction. I have one nice car, usually paid through my firm because I drive to court in it. Her self-deprecating candor humanizes the profession, revealing that even top-tier attorneys operate on billable hours, not bottomless expense accounts. I don't know where all that wealth is coming from, she adds, but I love it for them. It's a nod to aspirational escapism, where viewers vicariously indulge in the glamour denied to most legal eagles. Fashion too gets a reality check. Kim's character struts in a gray form-fitting gown with a hooded veil, a look that's more Met Gala than Mediation Room. Joined by Julia Rodgers, founder of Hello Prenup, Wasser concurs, the outfits, I have to say, are probably not outfits that you see a lot of family law attorneys wearing around the office or court, but beautiful, beautiful fashion. Rodgers, an advocate for prenups as empowerment tools, emphasizes practicality: power suits over couture, clipboards over chokers. Yet, this stylistic liberty serves the show's purpose, visually distinguishing its heroines as fierce, unapologetic forces in a male-dominated field. Where All's Fair shines, per Wasser, is in its tactical authenticity. Episodes feature the partners unearthing compromising evidence: sexually explicit photos of a philandering husband plotting to leave his wife Grace penniless, or audio of another pressuring his spouse Leanne into unwanted plastic surgery. These aren't plot devices, they're war room realities. That's one of the more frustrating things about working with high net worth and high-profile individuals. For lack of a better legal term, extortion often comes in play, Wasser explains. We do see that a lot because we are very cognizant of trying to keep people out of the media and keep people from getting canceled. In California, where divorce filings are public domain, leverage is king. Anything that you're going to say, any exhibits that you attach, whether they're admissible or not, once they hit the family law portal, that's public. It really can be very dicey in terms of what you're going to litigate. As much as we try to keep things private, they often are not private. Wasser's reluctance, I'm not a huge proponent of such tactics, highlights the ethical tightrope. Yet, their efficacy is undeniable, especially in shielding clients from reputational ruin. Rodgers praises the show's prenup portrayals, particularly Grace's youthful signing. There are certainly elements that are dramatized for TV, but I think that a lot of those negotiations are real, she says. For example, Grace signed the prenup when she was very young. That's a perfect example of someone who a prenup could have protected in a greater capacity. A robust agreement, Rodgers argues, anticipates life's curveballs, like a spouse's skyrocketing success, ensuring equitable safeguards. A well-drafted prenup takes into account potential life circumstances down the road, she notes. She could have been more protected. The series' emotional core, however, is its unflinching gaze at heartbreak's universality. Clients wail, How could this have happened to me? How could I have let this happen? Echoing Wasser's caseload. That is a real common thread. What I often say is that divorce is the greatest common denominator. It equalizes everybody and you all experience it. Wealth can't anesthetize the pain of lost intimacy. Shared beds, delivery room vigils, merged dreams dissolving into legal briefs. This is someone with whom you shared a bed and you were intimate. They might have been in the delivery room with you when you were having your children and you had all of these moments. They were almost a part of you and now they're not anymore. How is that going to be and how does that feel? Wasser's empathy grounds the glamour, reminding viewers that behind every settlement is a shattered heart. All's Fair, with its ensemble including Sarah Paulson, Glenn Close, and Teyana Taylor, amplifies these themes through diverse lenses. Older women renegotiating power, younger ones learning from missteps. It sparks dialogue on prenups' evolution from taboo to toolkit, and the gendered inequities in family law. For Wasser, inspired by her own trailblazing path, the show validates the unseen labor. Late nights poring over assets, mediating tears, forging futures from fragments. Ultimately, All's Fair entertains while educating, blurring lines between fiction and the formidable world Wasser navigates daily. It invites audiences to ponder their own unions. Are we protected? Empowered? Prepared? In a culture obsessed with forever, the series, and Wasser's insights, affirm that endings, though devastating, can birth reinvention.